Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to learn about Roman numbers. Hey, but there's something special in today's video. In today's video, you not only get an opportunity to learn, but you also get an opportunity to earn. Yes, you heard it right. Learn and earn. Let's see how you can get rewarded while watching this video. Please watch this video till the end to get eligible for the reward. You need to get a 5-digit secret code in this video. The 5 digits will get displayed one by one while you watch the video. Once you get all the 5 digits, you are done. Follow the instruction that will come to you while you are watching the video. And as soon as you follow the instruction, that makes you eligible to get into the contest, where you get a chance to win exciting cashback. So, isn't that interesting? So, let's learn and earn. Roman numbers. So, Roman numeral system is one of the systems in which certain symbols are used to represent numbers. We all know in ancient times, Romans used letters to write numbers. Even today, the building dates on monuments and public buildings are marked with Roman numerals. And interestingly, we also use Roman numerals in some clocks, watches. You must have seen that at your place, right? Yes, so we use these Roman numerals in clocks and watches too. So now, let's understand what are these Roman numbers. So there are 7 basic Roman numerals, or we can say symbols, and these symbols are denoted by English alphabets. So it's here. I is equivalent to 1, V is equivalent to 5, X is equivalent to 10, L is equivalent to 50, C is equivalent to 100. Remember century. So yes, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1000. So now, to read and write these Roman numerals, there are 3 rules that you need to keep in mind. Rule number 1 is rule of repetition. Number 2, rule of addition. And 3, rule of subtraction. So let's understand these rules so that it becomes easier for you to read and write these Roman numbers. So let's look at rule number 1, that is rule of repetition. Number 1, when a symbol is repeated twice or thrice, its value is multiplied by 2 or 3 respectively. That is, if you write a symbol twice, it will be multiplied by 2, and if you write a symbol 3 times, it will be multiplied by 3. Let's look at the below example. So here, M is equal to 1000. M will be equal to 1000 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 2000. M, which is equal to 1000 multiplied by 3, that is 3000. Number 2, symbol I, X, C and M can be repeated 3 times at maximum, not more than that. Remember, I, X, C and M. They can only be repeated at the maximum 3 times, not more than that. So let's understand this by an example. So 1 can be represented or written as I. 2 can be written as I. 3 can be written as I. So this is how you can represent 1, 2 and 3. But 4 cannot be represented as I and I. Why? Because we told you I cannot be repeated more than 3 times. The third, symbol V, L and D. These 3 symbols are never repeated. That is symbol of 5, symbol of 50 and symbol of 500 cannot be repeated. So 5, 50 and 500 cannot be repeated. 10 cannot be written as VV. It can be or it should be written as X. Similarly, 100, that is 100, cannot be written as L and L, that is 2 times 50. No, you cannot write it in that way. Instead, 100 can be written as with the letter C. So these were the 3 rules that falls under rule of repetition. Now comes rule of addition. In rule of addition, it says if a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of higher value, we add the smaller value to the greater value. So when I say smaller value or the greater value, it means if I write I after x, that is xi. So here the value of x is 10 and the value of I is 1. So xi will be equal to x plus I, which is 10 plus 1, that is 11. So xi is equal to 11. Now third rule, rule of subtraction. First, if a symbol of smaller value is to the left now, okay, in rule of addition it was towards the right. Now in rule of subtraction, if a symbol of smaller value is to the left of a symbol of higher value, we subtract the smaller value from the higher value. Let's understand this by the given Roman number. Let's pick x and c. Now x is equal to 10, c is equals to 100. So now 10 is placed before c, which is smaller value is placed towards the left of the higher value. xc can be written as 100 minus 10, which is equals to 90. So xc is equals to 90. Second, the symbols v, l, d cannot be subtracted from any number. Remember, v, that is 5, l, 50, and d cannot be subtracted from any number. And there was one rule in the rule of repetition also, that VLD cannot be repeated either. So VLD cannot be repeated and VLD cannot be subtracted. So 95 cannot be written as 100 minus 5, that is VC. No, that's incorrect. So 95 can be written as XCV. Now why did we write XCV? So XC, remember? Rule of subtraction, the first rule, if a smaller value is towards the left, then what do? We subtract it from greater value. So xc, that is 100 minus 10, which makes it to 90, and then we add a 5 to it. So it is 90 plus 5, 95. So xcv is the correct representation. Third, I, x and c are only used to subtract. Okay, I, x and c can be used to subtract. So I mean, if we want to know the scenarios, there are overall 6 combinations of it. Okay, let's look at those. iv will be 4, ix will be 9, xl will be 40, xc will be 90, cd will be 400, and cm, which is 1000 minus 100, it is 900. So wasn't that interesting? So guys, yes, we learned 3 rules. If you keep these 3 rules in mind, you will be able to form any kind of Roman numbers. Trust me. So let's do a quick recap. So Roman numerals can be represented with 7 different alphabets, that is I, V, X, L, C, D and M. V, L and D cannot be repeated, neither can be subtracted. Okay. And then we learned 3 rules. Rule number 1 was rule of repetition. Rule number 2 was rule of addition, and rule number 3 was rule of subtraction. So now, since we have learned the rules, now let's understand how to read and write the larger Roman numbers. But before that, let's practice some smaller numbers. So here we have taken some examples. So for value 2, it's 1 plus 1. That makes it to I. So we can write 2 as I. The next is 7, which is 5 plus 2. So it becomes simple if you expand the number and then write the Roman numbers. So for 7, it is 5 plus 2, that is V plus I, which makes it to VII. Similarly for 23, it's 20 plus 3, which is XXII. 39, it is XXXIX. 75, it's 50 plus 25, that is L plus XXV. Very simple to do. 75 is 50 plus 25. Similarly for 67, it is 50 plus 10 plus 7, and for 99 is 90 plus 9. So 99 is very interesting. You cannot subtract 1 from 100. I can only be subtracted from V and X. So it is 90 plus 9, which is XCIX. Wasn't that simple to make the smaller numbers? Now let us understand how to read and write the larger Roman numbers. So let us understand with one example. What is MCMXXXI equal to? So keeping in mind the rules explained earlier, we first write this number into thousands, hundreds, tens and ones as shown below. And then we put their values. So M stands for 1000, CM is 1000 minus 100, XXX is 3 times 10, which is 30, and I is equal to 1. So if we make a sum of it, which is 1000 plus 900 plus 30 plus 1, it will make 1931. So MCM XXXI will be equals to 1931. Now let us take one more example. Write 3817 in Roman numeral. So remember, the best way to make a Roman number is write the number in the expanded form. So 3817 can be written as 3000 plus 800 plus 10 plus 7. And now convert them to Roman numbers, which is MMMDCCCXVII. So wasn't that very simple? Interesting. So making Roman numbers is quite simple now, guys. So hope that you have understood how do we read and write the Roman numbers. Now it's time for Did You Know? So hey, did you know 0 cannot be represented in symbol? Yes, in the entire video, did you see I talked about 0 anywhere? Absolutely not. So yes, we don't have any symbol for 0. And second fact is, it is very simple to write Roman numeral up to 3000, that is repeating 3 M's together. But what if I get 4000? What if I get any numbers more than that or a larger number? So this can be done in a simple way. We can write multiple of thousands by putting a bar sign at the top of the symbol. If you see the example of 6000, make 6 first. It is V and I. And how do you make 6000? Put a bar over V and I. Similarly, 3 more examples below. So for 42,000 we have done 42 into 1000. So make 42 and then put a bar sign. Similarly for 82,100, make 82, which will make it to 82 into 1000, then 82,000 by putting a bar sign over it, and then add a 100 to it, that is add a C to it. And similarly for 99,000, make 99 first and then put a bar sign over it. So that's how you can make the larger number as well, by putting a bar sign over the symbol. Okay, so that was Did You Know? Now I'm sure you're waiting for the instructions as how to get rewarded, since you have already done the learnings. So now please like my video, subscribe my channel. That is the first step that makes you eligible to get into the contest. The second step will be this 5-digit secret code that you have got. Just send me that 5-digit code to the WhatsApp number that you can see on your screen. And as soon as you send us the WhatsApp code, you get a welcome message from us. Once the draw is out, you get to know whether you are the lucky ones or not. Till then, keep learning and keep smiling. Thank you.